Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eric, the Modern Atheist, and today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to make the most out of this crazy coronavirus situation. So, right now things are looking a little scary, and a lot of people are feeling anxious, they're feeling anxiety because they don't know where their money's going to be coming from. They don't know if they're going to be able to see the loved ones, they don't know if their loved ones are going to be sick, if they're going to be sick. And so there's a lot of things that are up in the air right now. It's definitely kind of concerning. And if you're not prepared for this financially or in a healthy way, it could be scary. And so I just want to talk about 5 ways that I think you might be able to at least ease some of the anxiety that you might be dealing with. So, thing number one I have is personal well being. So, personal well being is definitely one of the most important things that you can do. This is going to be in the form of eating healthy, exercising, drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, drinking electrolytes, exercising. I think I said that. But, and most of all, getting a lot of rest. So, we know that our immune systems function the best when we're at our best personal health. And those are the main ways that you can do it. Mental health is another huge thing. And I think that lack of sleep and stress is going to be one of the biggest ways that you can negatively impact this. Your prefrontal cortex doesn't get enough energy if you don't get enough sleep and food, because those things are crucial for your frontal cortex to work properly. The prefrontal cortex is like what's going to help you work through this in a fluid way. You know, the prefrontal cortex helps with long-term planning and rationality. And those are two things that you're really going to want in this situation. So, number two, helping others. Helping others is another really important way that you can actually help yourself. There's a lot of scientific data that shows that when you help others, it helps you feel more confident, you feel better assured about yourself, and so that's going to make you a more strong-willed person through a tough time. But more importantly, it's going to help others, and this can be in so many ways. I mean, one of the best ways is to try to find someone elderly, as you know that they might be the ones that are struggling the most right now with this situation. They're already on tight, financial rations. They might not have the proper food for a proper diet for this kind of situation. They might feel lonely. They might be alone. So I think the things that you can do is go out, go shopping for them, help them get the food and the water and everything that they need to successfully work through this like battle that we're going to be fighting, which is the virus. And so if you're able to go over there and just spend some time with them, cook them some food, go shopping, just talk, I mean, that's a huge thing right there. And I mentioned older people, but there's a lot of young people that might need a help with talking, or maybe financial issues. If you have an extra $20 that you're not going to need for yourself, and that can go towards someone else, this is a good time to help those in need. This is a huge impact on the restaurant industry, a huge impact on, most industries, airline industries, etc. There's going to be a lot of people that are struggling right now. And we cannot rely on our government to help us through this, because they are clearly not having the best interest in mind of the people in this situation. So, okay, number 3, spend downtime educating yourself. I recently took a Great Courses Plus class on infectious disease, and that was a huge help because I was able to actually understand how viruses operated, how they mutated, and what they're doing in our bodies. You know, it's a really cool thing to know, and it's a good way to help you feel better prepared through this virus epidemic that we're dealing with. But you don't have to take one on infectious diseases. You can take one on anything that you're interested in. I also recently did one on personal finances, and that's a really helpful one. It talks about future planning, which is something that we're really going to need right now, is help, figuring out how to budget correctly. And we might need to budget for 3 months when we have money for 1 month. So you're going to have to cut things out and eat on a slimmer diet. And you just don't know. We don't know, so this is going to be a good helpful class for you to take. There's also microbiology, there's biology, evolution, math. That's another one that I've been like re-brushing up on recently. So just take a class, educate yourself, but stay away from just YouTube videos. I know that you're watching one right now if you're watching this one, but a lot of times YouTube videos come with a lot of unscientific information, and they're not checked with resources or anything like that. So if you're getting information, just make sure that you verify the information that you're consuming. Try to find peer-reviewed studies that talk about whatever your interests are, and don't just consume it and accept it. Sort through it and find the best answers for yourself. Okay, so number 4, take care of things around your house. There's a lot of things that we put off on a daily basis. Maybe it's cleaning outside of our house, or maybe you live on a main road and there's people that throw shit out the window. That happens all the time at my house. Go outside, pick up the trash around you, be a little bit for the community, and you don't have to be out in the community to do things for the community. You can clean up your neighborhood. You can rake the neighbor's yard or whatever, sweep the street. I don't know, just find something productive that you can do that maybe even putting off around your house. For me, this YouTube video was something that I've probably been putting off for years. I've kind of always wanted to start a YouTube channel and never did. So this has been a new test of my will, and it's been kind of cool to actually put the rubber to the road. So number 5, and our last thing here, is be rational and optimistic. Don't let the negativity that we're seeing online consume your diet. This is something I struggle with. It's so easy when things are tough to point fingers at each other or at political parties. Find the other. We're always looking for villains when things aren't going good. We always want to find someone to blame, but try not to do that. Let's try to, unite, come together, worry about all that shit later. It's not helping you. It's just going to make you insane and angry. For right now, let's try to really come together as a community and help each other get through this. So here's a couple things that you don't want to do. And this is obviously my opinion. Those other things are pretty universal and basic, and I'm sure you may have come to them on your own without me making a video about it. But these things are just my opinion. I think that you should try to stay away from negative bullshit information that's coming out about other countries, other people, about the coronavirus. Stay away from conspiracies. They are really rooted in a lot of hate. Oftentimes they're trying to blame a government, not our government necessarily, but maybe the Chinese people, because that's where the virus originated at. Just try to like relax on that. Be rational. If there is a conspiracy, like come to it in the most rational way possible, I guess. Don't just take the government's word for it, but don't just take a YouTuber's word for it either. Really try to. I think right now it's probably best if you don't even come to a conclusion. You just try to help people, because right now there's a ton of information being thrown around. It's like after a bomb goes off, there's so many different explanations and there's so many people trying to get to the truth, but it's nearly impossible to get to the truth until afterwards, after there's been investigations, after the dust is settled. So just try to consume the right information. Another thing not to do is to be a little reckless. If the government Trump of all people is going out of his way to say stay in your home and do all these things, it's for a reason. It's not just because they want to watch the stock market plummet and destroy the economy. They have a reason for it, and the experts are all on the same page with this one. So trust the experts, trust the people in charge. There's a way to do that and not be a sheep or whatever you're worried about. And also, just make sure that you're not being a dick to other people. It's easy to do, in this time. I do it sometimes. I'm sure most of you guys have as well. So yeah, let's see. I think that I just want to kind of freeform it a little bit today, Trump announced that the economy is most likely going through a recession now. And that can be a really scary thing to hear the president say. The last time that we went through a recession, it was years of, unemployment and just housing repossessions and car repossessions. So try to think about your financial situation and plan for this. I personally am not ready for it. And I think a lot of people probably aren't, because when things are good, it's really easy to go out and refinance the house, refinance the car, get a boat, and do all that shit. And then once the shit hits the fan, nobody expects it, So, just right now's the time to, if you get a fat check, pay off debt. Try to get out of whatever situation you might be in, so that way, in a couple months, if we do go into a recession and work does slow down, things like that, you're not overburdened with debt. So, yeah, well, hey, I really appreciate you guys checking out my channel, and I hope this helps. Follow me, Modern Atheist. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And it's just going to be videos with a little bit of information and, lightheartedness. So thanks so much. Have a good one, guys.